Bambi Palermo presents The Untouchable Collection. Power isn't loud. It's controlled. They told her to soften her voice, to smile more, to wait her turn. She didn't. Introducing the Bambi Palermo Untouchable Collection. Designed for women who don't ask permission and don't explain themselves. Luxury black leather journal. For plans you don't say out loud. Matte finish, heavy pages, no wasted space. Gold-trimmed pen, balanced weight. Smooth, precise. Writes like a decision that's already been made. Midnight scent roller. Notes of espresso, vanilla smoke, and winter air. Subtle, addictive. Stays long after you leave the room. Statement card embossed. Simple, direct. I know exactly who I am. This ain't about flexing. It's about presence. You don't raise your voice. You raise the temperature. Why it hits different. Bambi Palermo didn't design this to be trendy. She designed it to last. No fluff. No noise. Just confidence, discipline, and quiet power. Who it's for. Women who walk into rooms like they belong there. Women who've survived enough to know their worth. Women who don't chase, they choose. Disclaimer. Side effects may include increased confidence, reduced tolerance for nonsense, people asking, who is she? Bambi Palermo. Silence is the loudest statement. Available exclusively through Pizzaverse Studios. Limited run. No restocks. This ain't a product. It's a reminder. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You're already untouchable.
Mug, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
Yeah, I done did a lot of things in my day, I admit it, I don't take back what I say. If I said it, then I meant it. All my life I won a Grammy, but I probably never get it. I ain't never had no trophy or no motherfucking ribbon. Fuck the system, I'm that nigga, bend the law, cut the rules. I'm about to risk it all, I ain't got too much to lose. Y'all been eating long enough, it's my turn to cut the food. Pass the plate, with my drink, this my day. Lucky you, fuck you too, woo!
A tale from the Pizzaverse. When Bruno pulled up, a Pizzaverse Studios original tale. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DePrio. Now listen, kids. The internet's a funny place. Everybody's got a microphone. Everybody's got a camera. And everybody's got a story about how tough they are. You got guys claiming connections, guys claiming history, guys claiming they're this big street legend nobody ever heard of. But every once in a while, the universe does something incredible. It lets reality pull up. And when that happens, the internet stops being a stage. It becomes a test. And one day, that test showed up in a parking lot. Joe Bruno decided to pull up on Tony Bum Pizza. And the Pizzaverse was about to watch a performance collapse in real time. Now picture it clearly. Quiet street. Cars parked along the curb. Nothing dramatic. Just another normal day. Except suddenly, Joe Bruno appears. Calm. Almost confused. Like a guy who just walked into a play where the actor forgot his lines. Then Bruno says something simple. He looks at Pizza and goes, "Put your hands up." Not screaming. Not threatening. Just direct. Because after all the online tough talk, that's the normal next step. But Pizza keeps moving. Circling the car. Hands up halfway. Talking fast. And then Bruno hits him with the line that slices straight through the fantasy. Bruno says, "I thought you were a Gambino enforcer." And suddenly, everything gets real quiet. Because that was the legend Pizza had been pushing online. In a world where dignity is optional and couches are temporary, one man stood up, pointed like Oprah with a clearance budget, and said the words that changed everything. "And you get a futon." That's right, folks. Not a house, not a lease, a futon. Because when your life's been a non-stop flop from sofa to sofa, you don't need stability, you need furniture that folds, just like your plans. And today's lucky winner? Tony Bum Pizza. Yes, that Tony Bum Pizza, the human carry-on bag, the guy whose mailing address is wherever he last begged. And who stepped up to buy it? Muggsy. Yeah, Muggsy bought Tony a futon because even charity has limits. Watch as Tony lays down, the futon squeaks, and both of them immediately regret their life choices. Dual-purpose furniture, sleep by night, existential dread by day. Admiral impeaches futons, perfect for bums, grifters, and guys who swear they're just down on their luck for the 8th year straight. No refunds, no dignity, and absolutely no delivery after dark. You get a futon, and you definitely need a futon. Where dreams fold, and so do people. The reputation. The character. The story. But now the man who actually pulled up is standing there, and the story starts falling apart. Pizza shakes his head fast. Hands up. Backpedaling around the car. And he blurts out the truth. The whole thing. Right there. It was all lies for money on YouTube. Just like that. Months of tough guy storytelling, reduced to a confession in a parking lot. Now Bruno just stands there looking at him. Then Bruno cracks a little smirk and says something that really stings. He goes, "I'm not turkey neck, I'm the junkie. Come on, tough guy." You could hear the sarcasm dripping off every word. Because all that internet talk, all those threats, all that swagger, suddenly looked real different in daylight. Pizza keeps circling the car. Hands up. Still repeating, "I got no beef with you." And the entire moment becomes surreal. Not violent. Not dramatic. Just awkward. Like watching someone realize their entire internet persona just got exposed in front of the world. And the crazy thing? Nobody had to throw a punch. Nobody had to scream. because the moment itself said everything. A guy who talked tough online met a guy who actually showed up. And the truth came spilling out faster than cheap wine at a bad wedding. Word to the wise. Now let me tell you something, kids. The internet lets people invent all kinds of characters. Mob guys, street legends, enforcers. But here's the thing. Eventually somebody might show up and say, "All right, tough guy, let's see it." And when that moment comes, you better hope your story matches your reality. Because if it don't, you end up doing laps around your car saying you got no beef. Moral of the story. In the Pizzaverse, the truth eventually pulls into the parking lot. And when it does, the loudest lies collapse the fastest. So that was the day Joe Bruno pulled up. A moment where internet mythology met real life, and real life won without even raising its voice. And across the Pizzaverse, people watch the same lesson unfold. You can build a reputation online, but sooner or later, reality might come knocking. If you like wild stories from the internet, mob history, and the madness of the Pizzaverse, make sure you subscribe to Bambi Palermo. Because around here, we don't just tell stories, we tell the ones people wish never got recorded. Credits: a Pizzaverse Studios production, Palermo Productions. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Thanks for watching. And remember, in the Pizzaverse, truth always pulls up eventually. See you in the next tale.
We have a lot of independent contract news reporters out there doing the hard-hitting work. We have people in the southwest of America. We got people in the northwest, the northeast, the southeast, in the Midwest, down in Louisiana, down in Texas. It's the hard-hitting news channel, guys. Pizzaverse. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, guys. The Pizzaverse to your laptop or cellular device. I'm your host, Sunburn Trichome, guys. This is breaking news. Welcome. Welcome, everyone.
During his time, Tony Pizza, the country's most feared gangster. As we first reported back in September, he was once the boss of New York's Gambino crime family. He ruled by extorting, intimidating, or murdering not only his mob rivals, but legitimate businessmen, law enforcement officials, and anyone else who got in his way. After Pizza was arrested in 1993, he cut a deal with the government to testify against the mob in exchange for leniency. The details were instrumental. The deal fell apart, but not before Pizza gave prosecutors a detailed history of how he took control of some of this country's leading industries and how he personally participated in the murders of 36 people. That's right, 36 people. We met Pizza at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City, just before he was shipped out to a maximum security prison to serve a life sentence. Not one, but 13 life sentences, plus 455 years, despite a lifetime of violence and treachery. Pizza says nothing beats being a mafia boss.
Without any interruptions, without jerk-offs trying to spin my story and fucking, they're still in denial that, I went to the Floridian diner and, Richard Kuklinski was there. I ate the cheeseburger. I got sick. I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 5 fucking days with dye tests. They were trying to figure out what made me sick. But, they weren't looking for cyanide. But lived. He spoke about it. He didn't say my name, but he spoke about it. And for Frankie, who I was with before I went to Florida and opened up Cafe Bocce with the Coppola family, okay, from Harlem, the Coppola family from Harlem, and I was down there helping them, and Craig Coppola called Frankie and said, guess who I got with me? Because Craig was from Mill Basin, just like Frankie was. And we were all friends. I met the Coppolas through Frankie. So, you know, he said, guess who I got with me? He said, oh, they should send him to Desert Storm. Nothing will kill that motherfucker, because they had that chemical warfare. Right? So, you know, he made that comment that they should send me to Desert Storm. And I didn't understand why. Why would he say that? You know what I mean? Like, nothing will kill me. Well, why would he say something like that? And it took years until they did these documentaries with the Iceman, and I said, oh shit, I knew that guy. I used to sit next to him in a spot on Avenue U. There used to be a little luncheonette on Avenue U. He used to come to and sit and do crossword puzzles. I never knew he was a hitman. I never knew anything about him. You don't ask questions when you're in that life. You don't ask people what they do. You know, you meet them, hey, how you doing?
It's been another episode of the Pizzaverse News. Good luck and God bless.
Tell my story. The Iceman poisoned my cheeseburger. I beat him. Hector Camacho in a street fight. I fought in MSG with Floyd Patterson and Jerry Cooney were watching. I split $20,000 a week with Sammy the Bull. Yeah, right. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the fucking Con-Man. Yeah, right. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the fucking Con-Man. I was mistaken for Joey Molino when I was in South Philly and interviewed by the media. I shared champagne with John Cena in Florida when Mikey the Bat was killed. He kissed me on the forehead and said they don't make men like us anymore. I was arrested in Utah with a machine gun on my way to watch Sammy the Ball. Yeah, sure. Tony the Bomb. Tony the Bomb. Tony the fucking Bomb. I had a beef with the Bordeaux and ran to Philly where I met Salvi Tester. He kissed me on the forehead and said they don't make men like us anymore. I had streets with my last name on it in Malta and Sicily. Okay, Tony the bullshitter. Tony the bullshitter. Tony the fucking bullshitter. I hung around John Gotti, Tony Pep, Joey Bang Bang from the Bronx, the Varios, the Testers. I was hog-tied and thrown off a bridge only to be saved by a clever. I hung out with a guy named Captain Chaos. Sonny Francis used to bounce me off his lap and feed me bacon. Yeah. Tony the storyteller. Tony the storyteller. Tony the fucking storyteller. The FBI used to watch me from the van while I panhandled from my refrigerator box like a filthy ball. I spent 20 years with Peter Pasta and Sonny Francesi and Michael for 2 years. People watch my Maltese cross 3 times in Malta, all the way in Malta. Sure, they ain't dead. Tony is scumbag. Tony is scumbag. Tony, you fucking scumbag. You can't be something you're not. Fake mobster cop, call a King Doctor. King Tut, Fiji, black for cold dancer. Shaka shaka boo boo. You're squatting that abandoned camp, betrayed in your sense of their hard-earned money. Their hard-earned money. Devising new schemes to steal more of that money. Their hard-earned money. Tony the grifter. Tony the grifter. Tony the fucking grifter. Give me more money or it'll leave you too. Give me more money or we'll get rid of Leon. Give me more money, I'm looking for a job. Might call the cops Joey Dimes is coming.